Be honest and trustworthy in your dealings with friends. Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. You can take away the commander of an army, but you cannot deprive a humble person of his will. A superior man, not serious in his actions, will not inspire awe in others. His learning will not be solid and firm. When three people are together, there is always something I can learn. I choose their good qualities and follow them, and their bad qualities and avoid them. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. The wise find pleasure in water. The virtuous find pleasure in hills. A ready tongue is an evil. Broad without detail, detail without broad. Both are errors. Like the beauty of decorative paragraphs, it is chaos. Like the good of eloquence, it is false. Knowing what you know and knowing what you don't know, that is knowledge. I was poor when I was young, so I am skilled at many petty tasks. I have spent an entire day without eating and an entire night without sleeping. Thinking about it got me nowhere. It would be better to learn. I am still able to read historical books. I cannot leave them yet. I do not worry that others don't know me. I worry that I dawn to know others. I have never seen someone who loves virtue as much as sexual attraction. It is only the very wise and the very stupid who cannot change. I have never met a man who is as fond of virtue as he is of beauty in women. The superior man cannot be known in little matters, but he may be entrusted with great concerns. If you are extensively knowledgeable about literature and restrain yourself with the rites, you will not turn astray. Smooth words and beautiful countenance will not lack for things, but they are rarely desired. Where a gentleman has left his mark, no petty man will tread. The gentleman is dignified but does not compete, and associates with others but does not form cliques. When you see a good person, think of becoming like her or him. When you see someone not so good, reflect on your own weak points. I examine myself on 3 respects every day. Smooth talk can corrupt morality. A small lack of tolerance can ruin a great plan. The wise are free from perplexities, the virtuous from anxiety, the bold from fear. To err is human, but to persist in error is devilish. People who can't foresee the future are likely to endure immediate worries. The gentleman is harmonious, but does not follow the crowd. The petty man follows the crowd, but is not harmonious. I am one who loves antiquity and earnestly seeks it. Be sure to keep your word and fulfill your promises. The wise find pleasure in water. The virtuous find pleasure in hills. A man without trust, you don't even know what to do with him. Isn't it a pleasure to learn and practice what you've learned time and again? Flatterers and smooth talkers are seldom benevolent. Without feeling the sting of rejection, you will never get the idea. Without being doubted, you will never make it. Learning is like rowing upstream. If you stop, you go backwards. If names be not correct, language is not in accordance with the truth of things. Do not discuss plans with someone whose principles are different from yours. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. At 15, my mind was set on learning. At 30, I took my stand. At 40, I had no doubts. At 50, I knew the mandate of heaven. I never saw one who really loves benevolence and hates anything contrary to it. Look not at what is contrary to propriety. Listen not to what is contrary to propriety. Speak not what is contrary to propriety. Make no movement which is contrary to propriety. To learn and then teach, that is also a joy. To know when you have enough is to be rich. To know when to stop is to be preserved. If a country is governed with tolerance, you can live in it in peace. If it is governed with repression, you can survive in it. In old age, live in comfort. In friendships, be trustworthy. With youth, be loving. A gentleman values the weighty, while a petty man values the gain. Reviewing what you have learned and learning anew, you are fit to be a teacher. A gentleman studies widely to cultivate his character. When he knows what to follow, he will have the principles to abide by. To subdue oneself and observe the rights is the practice of benevolence.